Rezi is not here tonight. Apparently, co-hosting once a week was too much of a pressure for him, even though he barely ever talks. Please remind him in the comments or motivate him in the comments, his lazy ass, that he has actually podcast to run. Now, let's move to our guest who engineers success within people. CEOs call her before they call their lawyers. Influencers call her before they call their moms. She's a peer strategist from Dubai, and she doesn't just build brands, she creates perception and power. Even though she never worked a day in corporate world, she runs the people that do. Welcome back to Modern 9 to 5. Here we have Pearl. Pearl, how you doing?
Hey, I'm good. How are you?
Nice to finally see you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm so happy that I got this chance that, we don't really get to meet so many cool people. Okay, I'd be lying. Like recently we've been on fire.
Yeah.
We're on the real good run. We're getting all this.
So basically you're saying I'm the coolest person that's been on your podcast.
Yeah, well, we can say
much.
this. I mean, depending on how this is gonna go, but but yeah,
Right.
we already met. We know a thing or
Yeah.
two about each other. And I'm sure that this episode is gonna be fire.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's really cool that we met on TikTok.
Yeah, it's becoming a trend, to be honest. Like people are noticing me, and only. But like, let's give some credit to myself because I know how to recognize the
very
strong
humble.
energy. Yeah, very humble as always. Yeah, like I said, I don't have my lesser self here, which is,
Your significant other.
yeah, who tries to keep me sane. So I'm assuming this one is gonna be a little bit more inappropriate.
Nice.
But whatever works. Okay, I
Yeah.
don't want to steal the show here.
Okay.
Please, let's start with telling us about yourself a little bit more. Maybe
All right.
walk us through your journey in Dubai,
All
the
right.
plastic fucking city, the made-up country.
I mean, that's what you think so far because you haven't been there. But when you go there, you
That's
will
pretty
understand, much like Shrek said, Dubai is like an onion. It has layers.
Did Shrek say that?
He did
though?
say that, yeah.
About what?
About himself. He said that he was deep and he had
So you're implying
layers,
that Dubai is a Shrek?
basically. And Shrek is sexy in his own way, by the way.
No, I mean, that's a very good parallel because I do think Dubai looks like a Shrek. I don't find it very
How so?
aesthetic.
Really?
No, I don't like these artificial buildings on the beaches. What else I don't like about it? I don't know. I don't like these modern cities, except Singapore. Even though I
Yeah.
only seen those from the YouTube whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I love Singapore. I've been there and it's beautiful. But to me, the modern buildings on the beaches is a testament to how far Dubai's come because it was nothing but desert and sand and beaches and all these people from all around the world, considering that only 8% of the UAE is locals. All those buildings that you see are a culmination of expat success.
Land of the opportunity.
Yeah.
New land of the opportunity. right?
Exactly. So once where America was the land of opportunities, the UAE, specifically Dubai, is the new land of opportunities, is what I would say.
Yeah, I do have some friends there, and they would probably agree with this statement. People just move there for the opportunities, and
Yeah.
I've heard that you can make a lot of money there.
With no tax.
With no
Yeah,
tax. Yeah,
so-
tax-free money is always good.
That's always good. And the thing about Dubai is, I know that people will look at it from the outside and massively judge it and be like, look, this is a fake city. You hear scary stories
Yeah,
online.
That's me.
Yeah, you hear all these stories online, but the reality of the situation is me being a third generation expat in Dubai, I will say that
Still with no residency though, right?
okay, that's a slap in the face, but very true. Very true. Very true. You're right. However, things are changing. They're making things like I've always had to apply for a visa, for example. Although my grandparents moved to Dubai, I've always had to, every 3 years, renew a visa. Now they've made something called the golden visa. So if you've been in Dubai for a certain amount of time, or you make a certain amount of money, or you have certain connections, or you contribute to the city in a certain way, they will give you a special visa. So it's like
So
residency.
that's golden visa. That's the one.
Yeah,
or-
that's a golden visa.
And how is it different from the regular visa?
So it gives you some privileges. Obviously, not the privileges that you would get as a local, as an Emirati. So you don't get land, you don't get free healthcare, but you do get, preference from the government over any other expat. That's the main criteria of what you would get.
They won't just kick you out at some point.
Exactly. They would consider you.
Yeah, that's a big deal in a place like Dubai.
Yeah.
All right. We jumped to Dubai too fast, I think. Let's just talk about you,
Yeah.
your career, and
All right. So do you want me to get started and tell you how I got into this?
that too. But I'm also very curious about your superpowers. Like, how do you make these people look so much better on the paper that it actually impacts their lives?
I think PR, public relations, like in layman's terms, let me explain it to you if I was explaining it to a 10-year-old.
Please do
So
that.
public relations, what I essentially do is someone will come to me with their very basic story and say, Pearl, can you help me with the narrative of this? I want people to start featuring me in magazines. So if it's a person and they're trying to build a brand, you would try and feature them in business publications. You try and feature them on podcasts such as this, business podcasts, lifestyle podcasts, and really build their identity. Make them a celebrity, essentially. If it's a brand, for example, a restaurant, and I work with a lot of hospitality brands, you'd want to feature them in blogs or in F&B magazines, or if it's a chef, you'd want to get him involved in like chef competitions, etc. So it really depends if it's a person or if it's a brand. If it's a lifestyle brand like a salon or a retail store, you would obviously do different things for it. So although public relations is about a narrative, building narrative, and like the bottom line is communications and how you would represent X thing that you're, PRing in communications, I think the bottom line is reputation and how you would build that.
I always like to visualize these things, and like I'm curious about. Let's say like we met once. You know a few things about me. I do stuff here and there. I do this podcast. How would you help me if I was your client? Like, how would you brand me? What would be the baby steps to get there? From here to that celebrity level, which would obviously won't be that so good to my ego.
Yeah.
Because I've been told that,
So what you're essentially asking me for is free PR advice. People would pay me for this.
Okay.
It's fine.
I mean, as an example, as a lecture.
Okay.
I'm sure you'll get paid one day for this.
Okay.
But look at this way. Like, this is your branding, your PR, So you need to, okay, I don't want to pressure you too much, but how would you show off this services of yours? How would you brand Levan Nikolaishvili as someone who wants to be, I don't know, more successful? Well, let's call it like
more
that.
Successful.
Whatever that means.
Okay. What success is to you might be very different to what it is to me. However, if I were to PR you, I'd look at your background. So you're a banker. Or you work in a bank.
We can call it that nowadays.
Let's say you're a
I'm an
banker.
operations manager in the banking system.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you work at a government entity.
No, private equity.
Okay. Let's just say you're a banker. Let's just say you're a banker.
Let's say I'm a banker.
Right?
All right.
You're a banker and you have a podcast.
But I'm like a cool banker. I don't like that. The status.
So that's good. That's a narrative that you want to tell people.
Yeah.
That you have this very
I'm a
corporate
fun
job.
banker.
You have this very corporate job, but you've also got this edge to you. Where you have this podcast where you talk about funny things and, you make fun of people and you have these
don't make
quirks.
Me flatter. No.
That's a part of my job to flatter you as well.
Awesome. I'm enjoying this. Like, I could listen to this for hours.
Oh my gosh, building an ego is literally the foundations and the basic of like being in PR.
Do you work mostly with people with big egos or like insecure type persons that do you have to work on their confidence as well, or is it mostly your clients are already
I think
confident people?
you get a variety of people. You get people that might be insecure. You get people that are confident. But one thing that all humans have in common, and it goes back to psychology, and this is why I find public relations so interesting, because everything really does come down to psychology. For example, public relations is a branch of marketing, right? So marketing could be this huge umbrella of things where you have advertising, where you have digital marketing. PR falls under that category. So one thing that every human has in common is that all of us like to have our egos stroked. Everyone likes to feel like a big man, like a big boss, or like a big woman.
Some more than others.
Yeah, some more than others, and some need it more than others. And right off the bat, you can tell who needs it and who doesn't. Just like, for example, if you were to approach a girl, you would know, okay, this girl's insecure. She's going to be easy to get. I'm just thinking, I'm not saying that, but I'm saying how men think. For example, if I were to approach a guy and, you know, I could tell by his behavior and his mannerisms, like, okay, he's insecure. That's exactly like a client. I could look at them. I could see the way that they're speaking. I could see the way that they're behaving and be like, okay, this client needs their ego stroked a little more than others. So what you do is you start building that relationship with the client. You nurture that relationship like you would with any relationship. Like, let's say we became friends. We would nurture that friendship, right? So you nurture that friendship or that relationship with your clients. Don't get those blurred or mixed up. They are not your friends. You nurture that relationship, and then eventually you learn things about them. And the more they let you into their lives, the more you learn about them. And you pinpoint certain things that you think are newsworthy. So for example, Levan, with you, what's newsworthy is the fact that you are a Georgian edgy banker.
I'm not a fucking banker, but
Okay,
all
well,
right.
let's say you are, because I don't know your exact
cool.
fucking job description. But let's say that's what you are. I think that's cool. You know, you're a family man who has a side gig that's really fun and cool in the middle of Georgia, where you have this global audience, and most of the people that have been on your show are expats or remote workers. So what you're essentially doing is you're bringing the world together in this still developing city of Tbilisi. That's what you're doing. That's your edge.
Wow, man. I think I really should be paying for this.
You should be. I'll charge you after this. But yeah, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So you would represent me as this type of persona who is, you know, in the small developing city, kind of connecting this different type of people.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you're doing. That is actually what you're doing, though. I've just polished it and made it sound good.
I mean, now that I'm listening to you, and I realize how you might say that, you know, that I'm doing this.
Yeah.
But originally, it wasn't meant for that. Like, it was meant to...
What was it meant for?
Honestly...
This is my interview now.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to think that I was doing this to help, you know, Levan 10 years ago, like someone like me who had too many different ideas and thoughts on how to live your life. Yeah. And I was like kind of giving them advice, but later somehow it turned it into something else, you know? My audience is different, like they are mostly adult. I mean, by adults, I mean like not in their 20s, you know? Because I don't call them adults. Like
people in their 20s are adults, just FYI.
Whatever. Legally, yes.
Yeah.
No, what I mean is, these things sometimes turn out in a different way. And that's just the fun part of it. But I like how you described, you know, how I'm perceived around, you know, how people look at this podcast.
Sorry to cut you off, but basically from what you've just said to me again, you, when you were younger, you wanted to do something that was out of the box, and you went and you had this normal job in the bank, and then you eventually started this, right? What you are is you're a mascot for people who want to do a bunch of different things. And I think that is the ultimate, measure of success, when you have the liberty to do multiple things, which is what you're doing. You're literally the mascot for that.
Therapy, or I don't know.
No, but that's
I'm loving what you're saying, but honestly, like my ego doesn't need more boosting.
No, of course it
I'm
doesn't.
already
I told you.
on the upper limits of the.
Trust me, I feel like you don't need it either. But for example, if I was doing your PR, that's also like a type of communication or messaging that I would send out to global PR, for example. It wouldn't be in Georgia because I don't know the Georgian media landscape. However, I do know the US, the UK, and the Gulf. So what I would say is this is, you know, a man from a developing city who's bringing together international, you know, people who work in various different fields, and he's the mascot for liberation in terms of, you know, being employed. You can have multiple gigs. You don't have to be doing one thing.
Amazing. I'm like, honestly, I was a little bit skeptical about this job of yours, which you know is classically labeled as one of those fake jobs, whatever, you know, not a real job.
Everyone's like, you're a scammer if you're in PR, and it's like,
but now that I'm listening to you, there might be something to it, you know, because right now I'm in the client's shoes.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm definitely buying this thing.
Yeah.
You know, I'm coming to you, and I'm paying you to sell me better and kind of teach me how to sell myself better. Like there is something to it for sure.
Absolutely. And I feel like you can't do a good job as a public relations strategist or a public relations manager if you don't actually believe in what you're trying to sell. I've been there. Like I've been doing this for the last decade where I have had the shittiest brand or the shittiest clients being like, sell this product and act like you mean it. And having to think about it is actually draining. It's like you're being fake. You are lying about it. You know that what you're selling is an absolute lie and you don't do it at your best capability. However, if you actually believe in the brand, if you think that this person or this restaurant or this hotel is worth talking about, you will do a good job at it.
Wow. Yeah. Can you bring up some of the, you know, edgy clients? I don't know. Or some stories about the clients. I'm just very curious. Like,
okay,
just tell us who is your usual type of customer.
That's the thing. I want to say my usual type of client has always been, so I started off at an agency and this agency taught me everything. The owner of the agency is still, to date, one of the men I respect the most. Like he is such an amazing guy. Like he was a bartender who basically bought a PR agency and started from scratch. Much like you, he was like, I
was never a bartender.
No, I'm just saying, like he came from a different background and he decided he had the balls to be like, I want to do something different. And he did it very successfully. So I respect him for that. So I started at that agency and my first clients were very, very high, and I am very lucky to have this, but I had very high-end restaurants. I mean, like globally high-end. And that's where I started. And if I'm honest, as a university dropout and a girl who was like...
No degree,
at clubs all the time, didn't really know what I was doing with my life. I just followed my very smart cousin and I was like, okay, let me join this agency. I met my boss at a bar where I was complaining about an internship and he was like, you know what? I see something in you. I'm going to hire you. Don't know what he saw, but I ended up working with him for a very long time. This man showed me the ropes and he taught me the most important thing in PR, which is the gift of the gab. The way you speak says everything. And me being a woman of color in Dubai, where everyone is a 6 foot tall, beautiful, ethereal elf from Lord of the Rings.
Hub, right?
Literally, it's a Slavic hub. Me as a hobbit, I was just there like, but I somehow made it because of the gift of the gab, which I strongly believe in. The way you speak and the way you act and your mannerisms is like everything because, you know, whether you believe in this stuff or not, like I believe in energies and I'm not one of those crystal girlies, but I really do believe like in energies and auras and the way you handle yourself and speak. Like people can sense your confidence. And that man basically taught me all of that. And for the last 10 years, since working at that agency, I've been very lucky to have very high-end clients. I've had, entrepreneurs, business owners, chefs, all of very, very high class establishments. So, yeah.
Like, how does it work exactly? Like, where do they get after your service? Like, what do they gain exactly? Do they get more clients? Does their business grow?
Yeah.
What's the final output of your work?
So this is where people say PR is a scam. Because unlike any other type of marketing, PR is not quantifiable. You cannot turn around and say, we got 4 articles in...
We don't like these things in finance.
Yeah, as a finance guy, you'd be like, that doesn't make sense. We don't want you. But actually, PR is, it's a service you get as a status symbol. You need it when you are trying to be a somebody. And I would recommend that to anyone who's trying to build themselves and, profile themselves as a brand. You don't need it. It's not advertising where you pay for something, you get something in return. Because now, anything you look at, there's a little font under it where it says paid sponsorship. PR is not that. PR is something you earn. You build relationships with media. You build, you need to be valid and authentic and verified for people to feature you in magazines like GQ or Condé Nast or El Arabia or, Time Out, What's On, or any of those publications. I'm not sure you guys have those here, but like those are international publications that are also in Dubai. But you can pay to be featured in them, but you'll always have that little sponsored sign under. However, what I do for my clients is I've built trust in them.
You mean like you're doing more organic kind of
Yeah, it's
growth
organic. You don't pay for any of that. So you could get a 3-page feature on Levan being this versatile businessman in GQ, and that wouldn't have been paid for.
I think I'm definitely
No, let's just manifest it. But like that's what you could get based on my relationships. Essentially, it wouldn't be on your merit. It would be...
Can you speak a little bit more to that? Like you mentioned a few times your relationships. How do they help you? Where do they come from? Why is it that you have those relationships and others don't? How do you have access to those kinds of important relationships?
I think
connections.
The decade that I have been in PR, I have had to meet a bunch of media in Dubai. And the thing is, as a public relations professional, it's very, very like, when I tell you the process of this, you're going to be like, this is crazy. But what you do is you find out who those media people are. You email them, you call them, and they're like, you're annoying. You're the 50th fucking PR to call me, and we'll hang up on you. And then you invite them to an event that they would want to come to. It could be like a very sexy cocktail party with all the best food and a Michelin star chef. That's how you lure them in. When they come in, you meet them. But this is where it becomes authentic. They will be able to sense if you're a PR, and they will be able to sense if, okay, this person is really cool and I could be their friend. I'm very, very lucky that the media that I've actually met, we actually ended up being friends. It wasn't me just faking it. Like, I ended up actually talking to these people. I've built relationships with them. We speak about mostly anything but work.
So you're basically monetizing your good friendships.
Basically. And I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I feel like what's ending up happening on a global scale is all of our friendships, all of our Instagram profiles, all of our TikTok profiles, minus my TikTok, which I'm going to deactivate right after this. But
I mean, it might come off as a network-oriented kind of mindset.
Yeah, it is. It really, really is. Nothing in this life, no social media platform is just your social media, unless you have a closed profile with just your friends and family on there. What you're essentially doing is you're branding yourselves. All of us are branding ourselves with our profiles.
True that.
Yeah, we all are. Except like I thought TikTok was my safe space, but now everyone's on TikTok. So
well, it's again your fault because you started chatting and commenting on people's posts like
exactly.
myself.
I started like actually engaging with people, and I'm like, people are like, oh my god, that was a weird thing you posted.
You were looking for work, not TikTok wasn't looking for anything.
No,
for you.
I swear, I was literally like, because I was coming to Tbilisi. And I was like, okay, like all of a sudden, like I started looking for like things to do in Tbilisi or whatever. And there were all these like, oh, you can go eat here, like authentic Georgian food. And then all of a sudden, your podcast came up, like Modern 9 to 5. And I was like, okay, these guys are funny or like interesting. And then I commented and the rest is history. Now I'm here, I guess.
Yeah, here we are.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really fun, like obviously, like you mentioned, I mean, it's not easy to find many professional expats here. I mean, we do have a lot of neighbors from the north, but it's not like we want.
It's not like we want them. Is that what you were going to say?
No. Well, I guess I was saying that. But
wait,
yeah,
who are your neighbors
what I mean
from
is
the
like
north?
they're not as interesting as people
Okay.
with international experience.
Okay.
And honestly, they don't even speak English. So it's always fun to find someone like yourself who has real, actual experience in the real world.
Yeah.
And you really have to say something. I won't lie. At the beginning, I mean, you've seen your profile. It looks like just some TikTok
Like a
chick.
22-year-old basically just having fun on TikTok when I'm 32.
But
so.
I took my chance, and then you started to chat with me, and okay, maybe she really has something to say, and then I was intrigued. And
when
then
you saw my profile, did you not think, okay, maybe she's legit?
I mean, at the very profile on the TikTok.
Hell no, hell no. I mean, like
You mean when
my
you sent me
actual like
that's
professional profile.
when I actually decided that okay, this thing might actually have a potential.
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's so much fun. Whew.
No, but your previous guests on here have been like professionals, like expat professionals.
Yeah, and that's what I realized. Like, okay, she saw all these things, and she realizes what type of podcast this is, and she still wants to come.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe she's not such a bubblehead, whatever.
It's the thing though, like I feel like everyone's got this perception of people in Dubai or women and men in Dubai, and you would think that okay, well this person's just like this. You would categorize them based on how they look, which is human nature. I don't blame you at all, by the way. We all do that.
I don't think that's a fair assessment, honestly.
Is that not what you just said?
No, but that's not how you look. Like that's what you post on TikTok specifically.
You don't.
Do you look like that?
Like, what do you mean?
I mean, audience, please just check her TikTok and let's
I'm
compare her TikTok to this,
the
this
way
episode.
I'm speaking, as in like, okay, wait.
What I mean is that's not you. Like that's
not
part
me.
of you, obviously.
Yeah,
but,
that's a part of me. But this is what people fail to understand, that people can be versatile. They can have various parts of them, right?
No, I completely agree to that statement, but it's not like the major regular type. Like if I had to describe you, I wouldn't say that. Okay, check out her TikTok.
Yeah,
I would say check out my episode with her, and that would give more realistic
agreed.
overview.
Agreed. Like me doing like voiceovers on like anime is not me, by the way. But yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Tell us more about life in Dubai and work life specifically in Dubai. How does it work? A lot of my friends are there. And, some of them are from my time in Manchester, my classmates, and some of them are my Georgian friends who just moved there for better opportunities. It's quite convenient. We're in the same time zone, like 4-hour, 5-hour flight. How much is it?
3 hours.
3 hours. 3 hours?
3 hours.
Okay, that's close.
And we're the same time zone.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's I don't know how it happened that I never went there in my life, but many people, more and more people are telling me that I should try this, this land of opportunity, maybe make a few bucks and come back. Well, maybe you'll help me.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe there's an opportunity for collaborations. But yeah, tell me more about Dubai. And I'm curious if you know some of my friends.
I mean, judging by our Instagram followers, I mean, I tried to check who we have in common. One of your friends actually followed me after you posted that we were going to be doing this podcast.
You sure? Yeah, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know who it was. I just accepted because he was friends with you.
Was it Georgian or you cannot tell?
I couldn't tell, but it says his pin said Dubai.
Oh, okay. I hope it's not not one of those that I'm thinking it is.
Why?
Because he is a sex predator. And
oh, Jesus. Okay, maybe, hopefully not him. But he looked like maybe Latino. I don't know.
I think I know which one you're talking about. Okay,
Yeah, I like
think he's
stalked him.
Did
He
you
might
like
be-
the guy? Or
No.
no,
Not my
Fuck.
type. As in, I liked him as a
He's a
human.
very
I'm pretty
handsome
sure he's a
man.
great person.
Let
I would
me
love
check
to
if-
be friends with him.
I have actually 2 Latino friends, but one of them is like in Dubai, but one of them is married. So I'm assuming it's the other guy.
I mean, in Dubai, you never know. It could be the man.
Yeah, it's okay.
Which I'm sure it's
Then,
not.
brother, first time I'm seeing a girl who doesn't like you. So
No, I
maybe
like
need
you as a
need to-
friend.
Okay. Shit, I'm sure he likes you as.
Yeah, he's gonna send me a hate DM after this. Like, fuck you, bitch.
He's not the type. I
Yeah.
think he's gonna charm you if you ever met.
Yeah.
So
I would love to meet and network with you.
I'll set you up, guys.
if you need PR.
And he's very smart. Oh, he definitely
Oh.
needs PR because he sucks at PR. And like,
What does he
doesn't know-
do?
He's finance, bro.
Okay. He probably doesn't want
he's
PR
not as
then.
boring as on the he looks on the paper. You know, he's very sporty. Obviously, like I'll set you up, guys. Don't you worry about that.
Not set us up, as in like link us up. That's what you mean.
Cool. Anyways, let's see how it goes because
Yeah.
he has a good game. I'm telling you, like
Nice.
he knows how to get. Oh, anyways, I won't spoil that much.
Yeah, but working in Dubai, see, for me, as someone who's born and raised there, it's a very different experience. Dubai is a very transitional city. So people from all over the world.
Transitional and transactional city.
Yeah, in ways it is transactional, but it is also a city that's full and, at the cost of sounding very cliche, it is so full of love. The
Are you
face
sure
you
we're
made just
talking
then.
about the same
Yes,
city?
we are talking about the same
Never
city.
heard about Dubai.
And I will tell you why. So the reason it can be hard to find love and it can be hard to meet genuine people and hard to build relationships sometimes in Dubai is because, like I said, it's a transitional city. So all these
very
people,
materialistic culture to my
Yeah.
taste.
to your taste,
Like if somebody asked me, well, what city is the most materialistic one, I'd probably like the first thing that would pop in my mind would be Dubai.
I would agree to that to a certain extent. However, it is also one of the most wholesome cities, in my opinion. And like,
I mean, it's your home. Like,
It's my home, you know?
I'm assuming it's different perspective.
it is
when-
a different
when you were born
perspective.
and
Me being
grown up
born there, going to primary school, going to high school, and going to university there, I had a very different experience than, for example, a Manchester bro coming to Dubai and he's like, yeah, I'm going to work in real estate. I'm going to fuck things up and make some money.
Don't
Like, you're not going to do
remind
that.
me of fucking Manchester.
Yeah, like
Like,
that was
I'm
a really
talking shit about
bad,
the
that was a
UK
bad
in every
Manchester
episode.
accent, but you get what I'm trying to say. Like, their experience would be very, very different from mine. Whereas I had 18 of my cousins and my grandparents all grow up there. Whereas that person might just come from like a crappy town somewhere in the middle of nowhere, come to Dubai, drink a lot, go to brunch every weekend, be drunk all the time, sleep with a billion people. And that's their lifestyle. Whereas for me, my lifestyle is very, very different. And you will find people with various different lifestyles. You will find very genuine, honest people, nice people, caring people, Emirati, local Arab families that really care about you. And you will also find
to kind of survive there, if you're the type of person who doesn't like to grind that much.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like high performing people.
Yeah, it's like New York. It is literally Wall Street. If you don't want to be part of the rat
with
race,
better safety and better weather, I'm assuming.
yeah, with the safety. Oh my God, you could be a woman doing absolutely anything in the middle of anywhere, and you will be protected at all times. I feel like the women and the men actually are a lot more conservative in Georgia than they are in the UAE and in Dubai.
Wow, that's an interesting perspective.
It's true.
Really?
It is very, very true.
Oh, you mean like the international people in Dubai?
Yeah.
Not the locals.
Not the locals, the international people.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
We're
there's
pretty traditional.
yeah,
Still.
yeah. You guys are very traditional, which is what I love, by the way. Which is I love coming here.
Tell us why do you like coming here? And I know that you're considering moving around a lot.
Yeah, as someone who works remotely, and obviously with Tbilisi being
close.
on the same time zone.
Yeah, besides the obvious advantage that it's close.
Yeah, that it's close and we're on the same time zone. I love the weather here. You have 4 seasons. We've got 1. summer, and then 2 days of rain. You guys have got winter, summer, autumn, spring. There's blue skies here. All I see is gray, dusty skies, sand skies constantly. And that really mentally affects me, by the way. Seeing a blue sky here with clouds, like when I wake up in the morning, I'm like, oh my gosh, I will literally be sat outside for an hour like, wow, this is so nice. Whereas we don't get that in Dubai.
Also, it's very hot during summer,
It's
right?
very hot. You cannot survive. I was here in the summer, like towards the end of the summer, and it was hot on some days, but you could still walk around. That's another thing. This whole city is walkable. You cannot walk for 5 minutes in Dubai. You need to get a taxi. This city, you could walk for 30 minutes in the summer, which is what I
Now I
did.
realize that this thing really has levels to it, you know? I mean, because we're not considered really a walkable town.
To me, you are.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I could imagine how bad it is in Dubai because you can you just need car to exist, right?
Exactly. Like if I didn't have my car, I would not be okay. I would not be okay.
Yeah.
Whereas here, you could walk from one end of the city to the other. Like 40 minutes, you'd be okay to walk.
I think you're talking of central Tbilisi right now.
Yeah,
which
I
is-
am. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
the
city
outsides.
girl,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's pretty walkable in the central area, but you know, Tbilisi is like the landscape. It's pretty a lot of hills to
Yeah.
it. So you know, in summer it's not that comfortable to you're getting sweaty.
I
Much
promise
like Dubai.
you.
Yeah, I know. Like, I mean, there are levels to this thing. I mean,
Yeah.
obviously, but what I mean is like compared to some European cities, obviously it's not as walkable, right?
Yeah. Agreed. But also, in comparison to where I'm from, you could be walking on the straightest landscape ever for 5 minutes and it would not compare to the hills of Tbilisi.
Ever tried like this our neighborhood countries? I don't know, Turkey, Armenia, or I don't know what else is close to Dubai, like 3-5 hours flight. What else
You
is
could
there?
go to, there are a couple of things that are close, but I wouldn't go there for my own personal reasons.
What does that mean? Oh, if you don't want to get into it.
I mean, no, but I have irrational, crazy things. Like, I don't want to go to Turkey because
Oh.
my biggest fear is earthquakes, and they have a couple of earthquakes.
What?
Yeah, it's you don't have to.
Okay.
We don't have to get into that. It's boring.
OCD
but
time. All right.
yeah, it's a mental thing. But yeah,
Cool. But I'm glad you like our country.
the food, the people, also me being a minority within a minority, like ethnically, I'm Pakistani.
Oh, that's actually like I was gonna say. Your look here is considered very exotic. Like we don't get to see many people of. I don't even know how to say. Like you know, I'm not very familiar with this political
Yeah,
correctness.
like people of color. Yeah,
Not people of color. That could mean anything. Like,
yeah, but like.
You're a nice mix, you know. Like,
Yeah, like-
obviously you don't look like white, but you don't also
Yeah.
look like black, and you don't look like classic Middle Eastern.
Yeah. I feel like for me, like I said, because I'm a minority within a minority, I already feel like a nomad. Like I don't belong anywhere. But
Wait,
also,
you just talked about UAE as a home.
yeah, it is my home. Like that will always be my home in my
Don't
heart.
you belong there?
I don't belong anywhere.
Okay.
But if I had to, this is going to sound very morbid. If I had to die somewhere, I would hope it would be Dubai.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't want to
yeah.
sound morbid, but like that is like the place where I was raised and I went to school. And that's where my memories with my five siblings and my parents are. However, my family all migrated to Canada over 10 years ago. Like no one lives there now. It's just me and my dad who has a business in the UAE and then sees my mom in Canada. But it's now just me. So now I'm like, okay, well, I have no ties to actually anything.
Okay.
But I love the UAE and I want to have ties to it. But also I'm like, you only live once and like, let me go live everywhere. And so far I've liked this place a lot. I really, really like it. Like the cost of living here,
Yeah, it's a joke
it's
compared to. Like,
crazy compared to Dubai.
I mean, the real opportunities are where you should be making in Dubai and spending it here. You know that's
This is what
the
I mean.
quality
This is
of
what
life
I'm
you-
saying.
This is what you're doing.
This is what I want to do. I want to live my Dubai corporate life, not corporate, professional life. and then come here and be a baller. It's basically what I want to do. But okay, I don't want to sound like an asshole and say I want to be a baller, but like I want to live here, a very comfortable lifestyle.
Well, I mean, you're welcome. Come over anytime, you know. We're happy to have you.
Yeah.
Tell me, you know, obviously I've made it clear that Dubai is not my kind of city. Even though I see its obvious advantages, I never actually considered, even like some of my friends told me that, you know, you should come here. You can make a lot of money, you know, in a very few, it's not even risky, you know, you just need to be those grinder type. And I've been grinding for a while, you know.
You would make it in Dubai, and I could tell who would or wouldn't. You would.
Do you think it's worth it for me to, I don't know, pause my life for 2 years? But it's also, what am I gonna do? Like I'm not one of those salesmen type, and most people I'm seeing there, all of them are selling either real estate, I don't know, some of them in crypto, shit like that.
I would say
it's just, that's not me.
With all due respect to all the real estate guys in Dubai, you're not gonna do that. If you know me, I won't let you do that.
Okay.
Although you can make a shit ton of money with real estate, because the reason I'm saying with all due respect,
like,
don't do real estate, because you grind normally in Dubai. You grind, you hustle, you put 10 toes down and you're like, I'm going to do it. But in real estate, it's like next level. You are hungry for months before you hit something big. And in those months, you are literally on all fours, dying, crawling, trying to make it. It's too hard. And I literally, if I had to really say what success was now, it would be liberty. And in real estate, you don't have the liberty to do whatever.
Yeah, that's exactly how one of my friends lives, you know, like...
he doesn't have the liberty to do anything.
Yeah, he does make a lot of money though. You know? But the weirdest thing is like more you make, more you spend there also, because everything is expensive. What I don't like about Dubai is it's set up so you should be making and you should be spending. You know, I don't see the balance there, to be honest. It's like it's not such a money glitch that it looks from the outside. Like, at least I don't think.
Yeah.
But obviously, I agree to the point that, you know, it might be very wise. You feel like
the system's been set up like...
Yeah, I feel like, you know, okay, come over, contribute to the thing, you know, to the system, make money, but you only get to spend this money here. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting, you know? And what I mean is, like, if you're very successful and if you're rich, I genuinely think that you should be able to enjoy how you spend those. And I don't think Dubai, like for my taste, offers that kind of thing. Like I'm not the most materialistic guy. And, you know, like you mentioned, there are so many beautiful women, but most of them, like we know, like they're escort girls, right?
No, most of the women in Dubai are escorts. No one ever said that.
Like,
I said...
Do you hang out with many guys in Dubai? Like, don't they tell you?
Of course I do. Like, I know people that have been scammed, but I also know that, much like me, there are a lot of hard-working women who come from good families who put their best foot forward.
Now
is that funny?
Now you sound like a desperate...
No, I'm not. I'm being so legit right now. Actually, wait. There are many hard-working...
No, I believe
There are many hard-working women in Dubai who really have gone to good school.
Wait, are you saying that they're not hardworking, the escort girls? Like,
of course they are, and honestly, to each their own. Whatever floats your boat. But like, that is not normal. I know what you mean.
That's not normal. I'm joking.
Like, for real, that's that. What I'm trying to say is there are a lot of women who really have earned their place in society. You know, they have the merit for why they are the way they are. You know, they're women that are lawyers and doctors and, you know, professors and PRs and media and journalists and whatever. You get everything, much like how you get here. You get women who are prostitutes here. Mm-hmm. A lot. Like, I heard that's a traditional thing.
What are you talking about?
I heard that. Okay. I don't know if you want to cut this out or not, but I heard that when a Georgian boy turns a certain age, he has to go to an escort.
Oh yeah, no, that used to be a big thing. Yeah, for sure.
I
Like,
heard that.
most of us lost our virginity that way.
Like, how did we get here?
No, but I
yeah.
don't think that's a thing for youth. Obviously,
Gen
you know that this
Zs.
was a very conservative country, and back then, like,
Yeah, but
wasn't as
that's
easy to
never
get
been
laid.
a thing for us in Dubai.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I
I'm
mean,
just saying.
again, you're not, you're not Muslim, right?
Yeah, I'm not.
That's what I mean. So it's not, Dubai is not a real Muslim place, even though
No,
it's
it
in a
is.
Muslim.
It is. All of us, like me as a Christian who goes to church, like I'm from a pretty.
Do you guys have Christian churches there?
Yeah,
Oh,
lots. We have so many churches there, and they make our churches big. They give us money, they give us land so that we can really practice our faith. And it's not just Christianity, it's Buddhism, it's Jews, it's Hindus, it's all types of religions. Why are you laughing at that?
No.
Why is that funny?
No, it's fun.
But-
I mean, the way you tell the story.
No, but like genuinely, they do. They give us so much space to be who we want to be. And like the UAE government is set to actually cater to all different types of people. And it's actually amazing. A lot of countries don't do that, Islamic countries, but the UAE specifically does that. Sorry, where were we before that? I just had to.
I also forgot, but I find it impressive how how highly you talk about your home country.
Yeah.
I still consider that as your home country, even though you don't.
Yeah.
You say you don't have ties with any of those.
No, it's my home, but I don't have ties with anything or anyone except my family. Okay, this is sounding a bit crazy, but like, you know what I'm trying to say.
That's all right. Yeah, cool.
But back to what we were saying, if you were to move to the UAE, your ultimate, like the actual result of you making it would depend on who you know realistically.
And how does someone like me? Okay, obviously I know you, but
Yeah.
we're not like diehard friends. We just met.
Yeah.
And I
we're
have
best
few-
friends. What are you talking about?
And I have few friends there.
Yeah.
A few from my time in Manchester, and one of my homies, my Georgian homies,
Mm-hmm.
with whom we basically grew up together.
Yeah.
But he is in the fucking real estate, and that's something I'm just incapable of doing. I
Mm-hmm.
can't fake that I'm very excited to sell this property in Dubai. I could never do that. So
Sorry to
would you
cut
say
you off,
I don't
but
have real connections there? Like, how do I make it there? Well, what
you
do I
need
do?
one person. Let's say you met me, right?
Uh-huh.
You and I go back to Dubai and I go out to an event. At that event, you will meet 50 people of value at the one event. And out of those
what
50,
what do I offer to them? Who am I?
conversation, be normal. And everyone in Dubai, because everyone is an expat, they're so welcoming because everyone's trying to belong somewhere. So the thing is, when they speak to you and you say, hey, I just moved here, there's a level of empathy that you wouldn't get anywhere else in the world. They'd be like, oh, okay, you just moved here. Where are you from? Oh, yeah, whatever. They take serious interest in you because Dubai's set up like that, where everyone has an interest in the new person because everyone's been there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a very good insight.
It's actually very nice. It's such a lovely quality that you would go anywhere and meet a bunch of people who would
Is
be
it like
willing.
a genuine interest of people?
Sometimes it is and sometimes it's not. Sometimes it might be genuine interest and sometimes it might be, what could this person do for me? And even then, it's okay because everyone's just trying to find their way.
Yeah, I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
We all know the deal before we go
Exactly.
there.
So, for example, if I took you to an event and you met 50 people, there would be 3 that could really help you out.
3 real podcast guests.
Yeah, you
coming
never
over
know.
here.
Maybe. Some of the people that I might have worked with, they all, might speak the same language as you, or they might, be from here, or they might have ties to something that you believe in, and they might have a
Yeah.
conversation with you and be like, okay, I really like Levan. I want to be on his podcast. He seems cool and interesting. You never know.
People like you, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing. Like the way you're really showing me Dubai from different perspective. I'm that kind of person. I need a lot of convincing before I change my, perception of something. I guess that goes for most of people.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. Like Dubai never looked appealing for me. But now I'm starting to, maybe it's age as well. Now I realize that okay, I need to start making some real,
Real money?
real money, real connections, real professional connections.
Okay.
I mean, I was always,
Yeah.
the guy
always-
who didn't take it too seriously.
Yeah.
I still don't. Like, I'll
But I
never be
don't
that
think
person.
you should take life too seriously.
No, I'm never gonna be that person.
Yeah.
But I think I may be taking it a little bit too seriously.
I don't think
Just
you
a little
should. Even in Dubai, like I said, I am not your prototype PR girl. I'm very, very different from what I should look and act like.
You sound like you have very strong customization services.
Yeah, I mean,
Like
I could be.
you learn the person, and based on that, you build up from there. It's not like you don't have a template. Like that's the way I see it.
Yeah, I feel like that's human nature. Based on the person you meet, you kind of modify yourself to that person. In business, not in real life. I don't meet friends and I'm like, what is this person like? And
Yeah,
start
set up
behaving
your
like
life so you can please them.
that.
Right?
Yeah, no, of course, everyone has a certain level of people pleaser in them, and my job literally requires me to be
Yeah.
the ultimate people pleaser. Like I remember with an ex that I had, when we would fight, I don't know how this would happen. I would go into PR mode and I would start talking to him like I'm trying
You
to
would
fix a
switch your
PR
voice again?
crisis. Yeah, and my voice would be like, it would change, and he would be like, please don't speak to me in your PR voice. Because he knew me for that long. He was like, don't do that. But it happens.
Yeah, it's like one of those TikTok videos where point of view, you're breaking up with a salesman.
Yeah.
And then
It
how
was
he
nice
tries
to know you. Take care. Have a great
No,
life.
actually, he's trying to, sell getting back together or something. It's very, very funny. I cannot impersonate because I was never a salesman, but it's
Yeah.
a fun video. Some people should search it.
Yeah, I feel like being a PR, you do need to, have certain communication skills, and some people might call it manipulative. Some people might, everyone has their own opinion, but ultimately, like I said to you earlier in our conversation, people can tell when you are genuine and when you are not. It's very, very obvious.
Do you like what you do? Looking back at your life, do you think this is what you should be doing? Any regrets? Any advices for the younger Pearl and younger people in their early 20s?
Do I like what I do?
That's one. And another one is like, what's your advice for?
Okay. Do I like what I do? Not all the time. There's certain times where I feel like I don't want to be here and I don't want to be selling this thing I don't believe in. However, there have been certain times where I will see a person who very much deserves all the credit in the world, and it will fill me with so much pride being the person who gives them that. So I think that feeling is so commendable, and I definitely love my job when I'm able to do that. And what advice would I give to younger people who want to, maybe do PR or anything else?
General, you can give the advice on a philosophical level as well, but maybe in PR.
I mean, on a on a philosophical level and in PR, one piece of advice that I would ultimately give everyone, a blanket piece of advice, is do everything. Do every single thing and don't be afraid to do it. And even if you fail, I know this sounds very cliche, everyone's going to fail at everything. We are all going to fail. And if you're not failing, you are not learning. So you definitely need to fail.
Yeah, it's interesting how many people genuinely believe in that.
Yeah.
All of because
But
that's
it's
probably
true
the
though,
common
right?
sense at this point. Right? Amazing.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming here.
Thank
coming
you
to
for having
Georgia,
me.
first of all. Oh, you
Yeah.
switched again to your peer voice.
Sorry.
Thank you for having me.
But I will definitely be back.
You can be yourself.
Yo, this is actually me.
We're gonna have a lot of collaborations for
Yeah.
sure because I like you and I really believe
Nice.
in what you do because you made me believe that
Yeah.
it works. All right. Thank you, Pearl, and see you next time.
you.
Thank you.
I'll see you around.
See ya.